Let's go. Catch what's approaching. The supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be...
What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another session. I woke up around, let's say, I don't know, 5 o'clock this morning, and, you know, honestly, I did not have the capacity to stay up for all that stuff, so I was like, let me just get a fresh mindset and summon right away. So that's what I ended up doing, but this video is a little bit different versus your typical summoning video, right? This is more or less the equivalent of, I would say, like a shitpost, or more or less just poking fun at, you know, players, including myself's mentality and kind of like superstitions in general, right? So, as the title and thumbnail suggest, a funny thing happened to me this morning where I did go through all the summons with the actual stones or whatnot, and I had some pretty good results, for lack of better words. Not amazing, but decent, right? So I transitioned over to the ticket summons, so that's pretty much what you're seeing right now, and a very interesting thing happened you know, during that time. And again, like, this is more or less just poking fun, and honestly it's all coincidental, but what ended up happening was, at some point, and you'll see this here in the video, but my game ended up crashing right when I was like riding a pretty good wave of luck, right? And then it crashes. Obviously things like that can happen, right? And again, I will stress that that's more than likely coincidental, but again, I'm just kind of poking fun at some of the superstitions that we hold as players, right? So with that being said, it crashed, I reloaded the game, and then, you know, the rest of the summons were crap, basically, right? So immediately in my head, I'm over here thinking that, you know, my RNG was completely thrown off, the game glitched up, and, you know, my luck reset or whatever, right? It's almost equivalent like you know, sports teams that are on a run with momentum, right? And then the referee stops the play, slows it down, and then kind of slows the overall momentum and game down, kind of thing. So, you know, that's kind of the equivalent of that. But more or less, I think, you know, I was just wanting to poke fun at not only that, but like superstitions in general, right? When it comes to summoning, because you know, maybe I'm assuming here, but I feel like everyone has some sort of level of superstition. You know, for example, myself is, you know, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but I like to be around females, you know, before summoning. That kind of tends to bring the lady luck a little bit. So again, that's my own personal superstition in a sense. The other one I can equate is basically when you pull down, right? I will let the text, you know, show up 3 times and then kind of pull away, you know, kind of thing like that. So again, those are just superstitions in general, right? So it's just more or less kind of fun for me to talk about, but I am kind of curious what you guys have from a superstition standpoint when it comes to summoning. I'm just curious, you know, the varying degrees and differences in you know, superstitious behavior or rituals, quote unquote, we should say, when it comes to summoning. But this is right around the time, so I was pulling like double LRs with the ticket banners, and like, you know, obviously that stuff can happen, but here, like, things glitched up, so my game crashed, I reloaded, and you know, the rest is history in a sense in this video, right? I'll go ahead and tell you, it was complete crap, so that's basically the point. But immediately when it happened, again, like I said, I'm over here like, what the hell just happened, man? Like, I was on a run, I was on a momentum, right? And you know, things just went to crap all of a sudden. And, you know, again, I can't stress enough, this is probably purely coincidental more than anything. So I'm not, you know, laying out a conspiracy or anything like that. It's more or less, again, just having fun with the conversation here. But yeah, it was pretty interesting at the time, because when you're on that luck run, you know, it's almost like you want to keep that going. And then I know, like, even when you're summoning continuously, like, obviously it's your roller coaster up and down, stuff like that. So again, at the end of the day, this was a fun video for me to kind of talk about. It happened this morning, so yeah, it was quite interesting of an experience, right? And in general, from the part 2 banners, I had, you know, okay luck, I think. You know, I wasn't completely shafted, so, you know, that's better than, like, you know, getting decent luck is better than that at the end of the day. So, you know, I ended up pulling a lot of the Tech Broly cards, so yeah, I think I pulled like 3 of those. So previously he was at 55%, so obviously with that, you know, already at 90%, so which, you know, great card, so no complaints there. I think I pulled, you know, a couple of different variants here and there, but I did get lucky enough to pull the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which is ultimately what I wanted, right? I caught a little bit of stream later on in the night last night, and once I saw the card reveals, yeah, that's the one I was like, yeah, I want that one. Obviously, I wanted Gogeta too, but I think number one for me was just the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Not even considering like the overall skill sets or anything, just from purely the card art and the character, that's kind of where my mind went. Now, from a Gogeta standpoint, obviously that is a really, really good card, and very badass looking card as well. So it just, you know, Gohan just for me was like slightly above that, but luckily I did pull the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, 1 copy, good enough for me at that point. I ended up having enough of the coins to exchange a copy for the Gogeta, since I wasn't able to pull that off of the you know, the banners themselves. So, you know, I had enough left over, and I had, you know, the reserve available to go into it with kind of a peace of mind in a sense, right? So, you know, overall it's been pretty good, but again, going back to this topic here, it was just quite interesting of an experience, and again, I can't stress this enough. It's more or less coincidental, but your brain definitely plays tricks on you, right? When it happens, you know, it's almost like you immediately default to like some level like conspiracy or something's happening in the back end or something like that, which is obviously not happening. But I just kind of wanted to share my overall mentality at the time. But you know, outside of that, I think, I don't know, I might go back in on this, I'm not sure yet, but with that being said, hopefully you guys are having pretty good luck as well. I hope you're having an extremely good 10th anniversary and what have you, but yeah, that's about it for me today. I do have some videos I do want to do, but it's all dependent on time, so we'll see what goes down, and if you see it, you see it. If not, sorry in advance, I guess. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.